Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Play Spacebase Startopia, and we're now looking at mission 3. So if you want to carry on watching Spacebase Startopia Let's Plays or Let's Plays of all the games, then do subscribe to the channel. We also do game reviews as well, so there will be a full review coming of Spacebase Startopia, so do make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out. So let's move on, let's dive in to mission 3.
Welcome to the final test, Command R. This third and final test scenario involves a Startopia base orbiting the planet Parturius 22. The Galactic Database has the following information about the planet. The residents of Parturius 22 are a Decadent Party people who use dance steps as currency. For example, a bottle of wine there costs a 3-minute waltz. I admit I can't make sense of the irrationality of carbon-based life forms, Commander, but I'm sure it will one day
Wish I
be
could
one
get
of the
wine
reasons
just by
for your
dancing.
total annihilation. But enough of that, let's turn to the scenario. Commander, in accordance with the needs of the residents of Parturius 22, this Startopia base has a fun deck. There you can accommodate the visitors' various inclinations. Attain the scenario's specified energy parameters to successfully complete the test.
Okay, so Nightlife. So this one's going to be looking at all the stuff on the fun decks, one we've not really looked at yet. So it's going to be quite a good one just to have a little look at. There's certain different aliens. There's a Celebrama alien. They're the disco sort of aliens. You can get a disco. There's a black hole drop, which is a bit like a theme park ride. Cat cafe, loot box lottery, and an arcade. So these are all things that we're going to be using to gain energy from the aliens and give them some, something to do. Right, so let's dive in.
Welcome to the simulated orbit of Parturius 22, Commander. I by no means wish to increase your stress level, but of course much depends on this final test scenario. Failure to complete it would result in a drastic shortening of your career. To exactly 1 millisecond after your failure, to be precise. But frankly I'm not very confident, as my evaluation algorithm gives you about a 40% chance of not failing in the first 5 minutes. I don't think I need to remind you of the importance of this scenario. Commander, your goal is to get the fun deck on board this Startopia base up to speed, please the visitors, and earn a reasonable amount of energy on the side. Command R, commence operations.
Okay.
Commander, I discovered a note in my files scheduled for deletion that you fulfilled an optional triviality in the previous test scenario. According to the RFS, such trivialities should also be rewarded, so I'm increasing your ration of nutrient slime and will provide you with a crate.
Thanks. That's very, very kind of you. So, yeah, I'm just kind of diving in, just getting the basic buildings down that I need at this point, getting the staff in that we need. That's about it for a minute. We've not really got any other aliens on board at the moment. So I've gone for a really big berth this time. Just try and go for a large living room for them.
Commander, by now even you should have understood the basics of running a Startopia base.
Do some trash collecting.
Nevertheless, out of sheer goodwill, I would like to point out the effectiveness of highly experimental devices, HEDs, which offer you the easiest way to influence visitors and tackle problems.
So that's what these are. So if there's aliens that have they're really needing some fun and entertainment, you can just drop some of these mirror balls on them, and it's kind of like has a little area effect that you can then meet their needs with. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we need 80 visitors dancing in the disco, and 1,500 through the arcade, and 1,000 energy through Starcats, 1,250 through the black hole, and 2,000 on loot box, and use some of the HEDs. Well, I've got 2 of the HEDs already, so I'll just need to get a 3rd one eventually. Just go for the mid-sized disco. I don't expect the going to be too overly needy. I don't think it's going to be overly popular, but we'll see. I'll go for a fairly small Starcats cafe as well, sort of mid-sized one. And again, from an arcade I'll go for a relatively small one as well, mid-sized one as well. As I say, you can create all of these yourself. They are able to be made manually, but I've just decided I'm going to just place the blueprints just for speed. But you can get quite creative with it, which is pretty cool. So if you like to be creative with these types of games, then you do have the ability to do so.
Which is an essential part of the scenario in just overflow time units.
Why can't I put that down? I can't afford it.
Didn't expect a number that high.
So I don't think you need any staff to run this, do you? No, don't need any staff to run it, but you do for the disco. We need some celebramers, so we're going to need a couple of those. So hopefully we've got some on the station now. Yes, we've got 5, so we can get some of the higher skilled ones. That would be good.
This fun-loving species will now ensure that the other more introverted aliens get their money's worth.
As you can see, there's all these little cats in here. No, you can't click on them. They don't do anything. But I actually went to a cat cafe. It's pretty cool. Anyway, it's always after 5 PM somewhere.
The loot box lottery will now begin to generate revenue on Startopia. I'm still fascinated by the fact that you can extract energy from the aliens' pockets with hats.
So what's this one? Commander, the discos on the fun deck have by no means reached their full potential. In order for them to become veritable oases of entertainment, you should upgrade them just a little. I have the following proposals for you. Startopia nights are longer. Each visitor receives plus 50 bonus energy. Party time disco. The visitor ignores the next negative rating. Let's go for the extra energy.
Commander, I'll make sure that
hopefully that will encourage them to spend more. Hopefully that'll encourage them to spend more. And yeah, don't really know what else to do at this point. I think it's just a bit of a waiting game till I can afford the black hole drop, but we certainly need to oh, what's this? Factory in a crate. We've gained a factory. Why is it? Oh my god, there we go. Which is fine because we can use that to produce not that I can place it anywhere. We can use that to produce things for the HED thingamajig, so we can make mirror balls, for example, but can also probably buy a mirror ball or something from here. Like I could just says use them, so I might just buy one from the Valve shop. Save me needing the factory, to be honest. So in fact, I can't even sell it, which is annoying.
There are anti-fun demonstrators in this galaxy who try to sabotage our work. It appears explosives have been placed on the fun deck.
Let's stick that down there. Let's just used one of those. So explosives on the fun deck. Can't blow up my disco. Be even worse if it was a bio we're going to blow up. That would not be cool. So I want to try and keep it relatively clean, the station, because I don't want to necessarily have to build a medical bay. I can afford this black hole drop now, which is cool. So get the black hole drop in. There we go. Hopefully we can start making some money from that. So yeah, it's quite a cool little place to go. Plenty of people having a little dance in there now. The celebramers on the floating pod. Loving it in there. It's like me back in the... Oh, it's a bomb. It's like me back in early 2000s.
It would appear that something has lured
Raven.
thieves aboard. These perfidious individuals
Starkets
set up illegal energy absorbers, which then siphon off some of the energy earned in the surrounding area.
Logically, this makes it more difficult for you to fulfill the mission objective, Commander. Of course this is perfectly obvious, but I thought that in your case I should emphasize it once again, explicitly.
So we've got some thieves. We are stealing energy from people. That's not good. Oh, those things do matter. Do you know what? I'm just going to set those off because they're annoying me. Just going to get rid of them.
The black hole drop has complete. Commander, I suppose it is safe to assume that you have now understood how HEDs are used to influence visitors. Personnel file note likes to influence visitors with unauthorized devices.
Yeah, so those HEDs that influence the visitors, they're like little area effect buffs. I don't really see the point in them, to be honest, but I suppose they're good if you're struggling to keep your guests or your visitors happy. But yeah, I don't really see the point of them. I don't remember them being on the first Startopia. Or if they did, I just had the same mentality I've got now. An energy absorber which absorbs energy earned in nearby rooms has been placed near one of your rooms. Energy absorbers should be found and disposed of as quickly as possible. It's that then. Let's get rid of that. Arcade 64. Commander, don't you think your arcade rooms could use a little more pep? Now that 3 of my sub-processors are solely focusing on making speedruns for current games, I could only agree. I've already have 2 particular ideas in mind. So visitors have a 5% chance against square eyes illness, and gaming satisfaction increases. Arcades consume 100 energy a minute, where they get extra satisfaction. They can get square eyes.
Consequences of this decision carefully, Commander.
I think I'm going to end up needing to get the get a medical bay though.
Commander, you've managed to generate the required amount of energy through the Starcats Cafe. A minor achievement, but nonetheless an achievement for a carbon-based creature.
So ideally I want to just get rid of this factory. Don't really need it. Because I've cut corners. So rather than making an HED, I just bought one from the valve shop. Okay, so a little bit of litter picking. Let's drop that off so we can get some more energy. Loot box lotteries, earning enough money. I think the main issue we've got is through the getting people onto the disco. Tidy up in there as well. Get all this litter
Commander,
rubbish.
You finally managed to reach half of the disco visitors designated for this scenario. Fortunately for you, the time limit I suggested was not applied to the scenario.
See, I don't know whether I'd need a bigger disco than what I've got, or whether people are being suitably catered for by using that one. I don't really know. Might hire another celebrate though, because that other one's obviously gone for a little bit of a break. So let's get another one of those. And we'll look at getting rid of that trash. Lucky number 7. Loot box lottery. 150 plus bonus energy is generated for each visitor. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. That's pretty good.
Your fuzzies will immediately begin the transformation.
So the black hole drop is the one where we're struggling. I know we had a bit of a delay in getting that one up and running, but no one seems to want to go for it, which is frustrating. That's the one that's going to be holding us up, I think. So people obviously want to go to all the other things. What I might do is close the Starcats. Can you close the Starcats? Yeah. So I'll close the Starcats. So hopefully the visitors will go to other areas, because I don't need, I've already met the energy requirements for that. So hopefully they'll go on to the other areas. Doesn't seem as though people are overly bothered about going up there and celebrating at the minute. I don't know if it's just that I've not got enough people, enough visitors, but it looks as though we do need a doctor's.
Warning, Commander. Saboteurs have placed explosives on Startopia. You should search the fun deck.
Ah, done it again. Let's place that one. Whoops, I wanted the smaller one. Ah, pressing the wrong thing. There we go. Let's try again. So I'll place that there, press confirm. I hate that you have to do that. But we'll get some of these Grazulurians in. Just to man the medical center. We need to go into the fun deck. There's supposed to be a bomb. There's a bomb. There's a bomb on the fun deck.
You have established a medical
There we
station.
go.
An excellent idea, because according to my research, dense clusters of carbon-based
So,
life forms
let's
such
get
as
rid
those
of
found
these.
in a disco are a veritable hotbed of disease.
There we go, cool. That's the bombs disposed of. So I think we've earned a little bit more, but need satisfaction reduced. Yeah, we'll go for that
Short
one.
and sweet, Commander. I'm amazed, Commander. You have generated as much
Don't want the needs to be
energy with your
satisfied
arcade
too
as
much
this
because they
simple
won't
test
go on
scenario
anything else.
requires. Congratulations.
So we've earned enough money through the arcade, so I might now turn off the arcade. Obviously in a normal other game you wouldn't want to do this, but just for the sake of speeding up the scenario, I shall turn that off, and then hopefully they shall be more inclined to use the black hole or the loot box lottery. Or the disco, so we do need more people in the disco. Well, there's quite a few in there at the minute. Certainly do need some more though. So drop that little bit of litter off. And let's go back up to the fun deck, see what's happening on there. I'm not really doing anything on the bio deck. I don't really need to, so it's going to concentrate on these things. But obviously in a like a sandbox game, or some of the missions a bit further down the line will be heavily focused on all three of the decks. But certainly with this one, I'm just focusing on what I need to actually achieve. So there you go, someone just having a little gamble there. Looks as though they won a little bit. Just need a little, probably another person to have a go, possibly another 2 people to have a go on the loot box lottery, and then we should have enough. But certainly could do with this black hole ride going. There we go. Let's have a little look at that. Where did it go? There we go. So, almost just need one more visitor to the disco.
Commander, you have reached the number of disco visitors designated for the test scenario.
Turn the disco
The
off.
first step, and I am now only moderately pessimistic about your future career.
And then we'll go back to the main deck. Everyone seems to be fairly happy. Let's have a look.
Commander, you have generated enough energy through those ridiculous
We just
loot
need
box hats
one
to
more
achieve
go on the
the
black
level.
hole, and then we're pretty much done.
Congratulations.
So that's
Maybe
good.
You should think about selling the aliens trading cards, which they
So
can only
where's
sell for a
space
fee.
bitter? Station ratings. There we go. So there's nothing fun here to do. That's because I've turned everything off. Go on the black hole, and then you can win the scenario. And then atmosphere, a little bit on atmosphere. Waiting time. Queues are a real pain in the what? In the what?
Congratulations, Commander. You actually survived the test
Not
scenario.
sure what that is.
Please forgive my negative interjection.
Well, that is it for this mission.
That was only to determine
So mission
how it would
3
react
is
in
now
stressful
completed.
situations.
Fairly straightforward.
There's one more point
I
need
think the
to
next
address.
one's a little bit more
In fact,
complicated.
Commander,
This
that was
one
not the
again
last
was
test
sort of
scenario.
like the final test
This
scenario.
misinformation was also used to
Oh,
create
it's
a
not the
stress
last test
situation.
scenario.
From now on, I will
Apparently.
of course not give you any more incorrect information.
I think the next one's the
once
last
again,
test
congratulations.
scenario.
If you are ready, we can move on to the next test scenario.
There we go. And then after that, that's where the proper missions all will take place. And that's it for this one, guys. So do join me back for mission 4. I think it's to do with like a security station, so that'll be pretty cool. We'll get to test out the new mechs that have been introduced into the game. And if you want to catch more Let's Play series, game reviews, things like that, do subscribe to the channel, because there's plenty more to come for Spacebase Startopia, and also other games coming up in the future. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you on the next one.